and then working. Just
All right, welcome to tonight's Board of Trustees organizational meeting. If you would please stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The school board recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of allowing members of the public to express themselves on corporation matters. Community members requesting permission to address the board are required to complete a registration form prior to a motion to approve a specific agenda item. Individuals will be permitted to speak during the specific agenda item before a vote takes place. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No person may address or question board members individually. Any questions on personnel should be directed to the superintendent by contacting his office. No participant may speak more than once, are limited to 3 minutes, and may not pass their minutes to another participant. First thing on the agenda is to adopt the agenda. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll give that to Mr. Shale. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Goddage. Is there any discussion? All right, all those in favor of adopting the agenda as presented, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. That motion will pass 5-0. All right, we will move on to our organizational meeting. First thing is the election of officers. So at this time, the floor is open for the nomination of board president. Are there any nominations from the board for board president? All right, Mr. DeMeyer has nominated myself, Phil King. May I have a second, please?
I'll second.
All right, seconded by Mr. Shale. I will consent to the nomination. So I've been nominated for the position of board president. Are there any further nominations? Do we have any further nominations? Okay, at this time, I will move to close nominations for board president. May I have a second to close nominations?
I'll second.
That was seconded by Mr. Goddage. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of closing nominations for board president signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. They'll pass 5-0. So at this time, we do have a nomination for board president. All those in favor of myself, Phil King, being nominated, being voted for president of the board, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. I will abstain, and that motion passes 4-0-1. We'll move on to nomination for vice president. At this time, the floor is open for nomination of board vice president. Are there any nominations from the board for board vice president?
I'll nominate Jason DeMeyer.
All right, Ms. Smith nominates Mr. DeMeyer. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
And Rich Shale seconds it. Jason, do you accept the nomination for board vice president?
Thanks.
All right, so Mr. DeMeyer has been nominated for the position of board president. Are there any further nominations? That's right. Oh, okay, vice president. Okay. I try to sneak that in. Okay, are there any further nominations for board vice president? Do we have any further nominations? In that case, I will move that we close nominations for board vice president. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Ms. Smith. Any discussion? All those in favor of closing nominations for board vice president signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. That'll pass 5-0. So at this time, nominations for board vice president are now closed. All those in favor of Mr. Jason DeMeyer being elected as board vice president signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That motion will pass 4-0-1. And finally, nomination for secretary. So at this time, the floor is open for the nomination of board secretary. Are there any nominations from the board for board secretary?
I will nominate Jill Smith.
All right, Mr. Shell has nominated Jill Smith for board secretary. Can I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. DeMeyer. Jill, do you consent for the nomination of board secretary?
Yes, I do.
Right. So Ms. Smith has, well, although we have been Motion seconded. And yes, are there any other nominations for the position of board secretary? Are there any further nominations? All right, so at this time, I will make a motion to close nominations for board secretary. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Shell. Any discussion? All those in favor of closing nominations for board secretary, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. That motion will pass 5-0. So at this time, Ms. Smith has been nominated for the position of board secretary. All those in favor of Ms. Smith being elected as board secretary signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
Abstain.
That motion passes 4-0-1. I think that's all we have right now, all right? All right, so next on is to appoint a treasurer and deputy treasurer. It is the recommendation of the administration that the board appoint Tim Scott as corporation treasurer through February 28th, 2026, and Ellen Borkowski as deputy treasurer for calendar year 2026 of the New Prairie United School Corporation. Can I please have a motion to appoint Mr. Tim Scott through February 28th, 2026 as treasurer, and Ms. Ellen Borkowski as deputy treasurer for the calendar year 2026, please?
So moved.
I have a motion for Ms. Smith. Can I have a second? Seconded by Mr. DeMeyer. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor of approving Mr. Tim Scott as corporation treasurer through February 28th, 2026, and Ms. Ellen Borkowski as deputy treasurer for calendar year 2026 of the New Prairie United School Corporation, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. That motion will pass 5-0. Let's appoint a liaison. It is a recommendation of the administration that the board appoint a legislative liaison for the Indiana School Boards Association. Nominations are now open for the appointment of ISBA legislative liaison. Are there any nominations?
I'll nominate Phil King.
All right, I've been nominated for the position of legislative liaison to the ISBA. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Shale. I will consent to that nomination. Are there any further nominations for the position of legislative liaison to the ISBA? Are there any further nominations? All right, I will move to close nominations for legislative liaison to the ISBA. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. DeMeyer. Is there any discussion? All right, all those in favor of closing nominations for legislative liaison to the ISBA signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. All right, the nominations have been closed. So at this time, I've been nominated for the position of legislative liaison to the ISBA. All those in favor of Phil King being elected as legislative liaison signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against, nay. That motion will pass 4-0-1. And next will be for the election of the policy liaison to the ISBA. Are there any nominations for the board from the board for policy liaison to the ISBA? I will nominate once again Ms. Jill Smith as the policy liaison to the ISBA. Can I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. DeMeyer. And Ms. Smith, do you consent to this nomination?
Yes.
All right. So Ms. Smith has been nominated for the position of policy liaison. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? All right, I'll move to close nominations for policy liaison to the ISBA. Could I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Shale. Any discussion? All those in favor of closing nominations for policy liaison to the ISBA signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion will pass 5-0. So all those in favor of Miss Jill Smith being elected as policy liaison to the ISBA, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
I will abstain.
The motion will pass 4-0-1. Let's appoint a legal counsel. It is a recommendation of the administration that the board retain the services of Newby, Lewis, Kaminsky, and Jones as legal counsel for the corporation on a retainer basis for 2026 at the cost of $20,475 per year, which is the same cost as 2025. Could I please have a motion to appoint Newby, Lewis, Kaminsky, and Jones as legal counsel for the corporation for 2026, please?
So moved.
Got a motion from Mr. Shell. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Goddage. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor of appointing Newby, Lewis, Kaminsky, and Jones as legal counsel for the corporation, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion will pass 5-0. All right, we're going to set some board compensation. It is a recommendation that the board set the board compensation rate pursuant to Senate Rule Act 287 and Indiana Code 20-26-4-7. Board compensation may be up to 10% of the lowest starting salary of a teacher employed by the school corporation. Therefore, it is the recommendation that the board set board compensation for each board member at $3,450, which is 7.5% of starting salary with a bachelor's degree for the 2026 school year. And in addition, it is recommended the board receive $150 per diem stipend as approved by the board for the 2026 calendar year meeting dates, 16 in total, and $75 per diem stipend for special meetings such as executive sessions, work sessions, and committee meetings if in attendance. Special meetings that occur just before or just after a regularly scheduled meeting as approved by the board for the 2026 calendar year will not be eligible for the $75 per diem stipend. So could I please have a motion to set board compensation, please?
So
Got a motion from Mr. Demeyer. Could I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Goddage. Any discussion? All those in favor of setting board compensation as presented, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion will pass 4-1. And that moves us to consent items. Can I have a motion to approve consent items, please?
So moved.
Got a motion from Ms. Smith. Can I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Demeyer. Is there any discussion? All right, all those in favor of approving consent items, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion will pass 5-0. Dr. White, you want to make a little comment?
Yeah, sure. Among the personnel items that were just approved, wanted to make an announcement with some sadness, of course, but at the same time, we really appreciate this individual. The board just approved the submitted retirement letter for Mr. Tim Scott, our school district finance director. Served New Prairie with distinction for a number of years in a number of roles, most recently as the finance director. Also was a very respected teacher and coach in the district, was assistant principal at the high school, working with Mrs. Sass in her later years as high school principal. Well-respected AP teacher, has one of the most unique coaching resumes I've ever seen. spanning different sports, different genders, and in all cases, incredibly successful and respected by his teams. And that same dedication and excellence was put into his work here as finance director. We've had a really good stretch financially under his watch and stewardship. Even in some difficult circumstances, he's been able to steer us through this time, and we continue to be in a strong financial position. His oversight of the local tax revenue and the operations fund, and our continued ability to live within those means despite challenges there. He's been just really outstanding in that work as well. So you'll be missed. The retirement is at the end of February, thus the appointing the treasurer through the end of February. Definitely be missed. Appreciate your time of service, Mr. Scott. Also look forward to opportunities to maybe partner with you going forward. From there, we'll post the position as soon as possible and begin a process of looking for somebody to fill Mr. Scott's shoes. Just wanted to say thank you. You'll be missed. Appreciate all your work, and also understand the opportunities that you're going to be pursuing. So it's been a great time of service to New Prairie, no question. So
Yeah, yes, very well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Would you like to say anything, Mr. Scott? Put you on.
I'd just like to say thank you. It's been an honor. I love my time teaching here, coaching here. This current job has been fantastic. It's been a challenge but fun. So I'm going to miss it. It's just been an honor to work with all the people, especially the kids at New Prairie, for so many years. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let's have a motion. Well, is there any further business for the organizational meeting? There's no further business. The organizational meeting is over, and we're going to move right into our other special board meeting. So with that, it's the Board of Finance meeting. Could I have a motion to adopt the agenda for the Board of Finance meeting, please? I got a motion for Mr. DeMeyer. Could I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Ms. Smith. Is there any discussion on the agenda? All right. All those in favor of approving the agenda or adopting the agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. That motion will pass 5-0. And we are going to move on to the election of the Board of Finance officers. So I'll bring that up. All right, so at this time, the floor is open for the nomination of President of the Board of Finance. Are there any nominations from the board for President of the Board of Finance?
I'll nominate Phil King.
All right, I have been nominated for the position of President of the Board of Finance. Could I please have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. DeMeyer. I will consent to the nomination. Are there any other further nominations for the position of President of Board of Finance? Are there any further nominations? All right, so I will move that we close nominations for President of the Board of Finance. Could I please have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Shale. Is there any discussion? All right, all those in favor of closing nominations for the President of the Board of Finance, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. That motion will pass 5-0. All those in favor of myself being elected as the President of the Board of Finance, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against, nay. The motion will pass 4-0-1. And now the floor is open for the nomination of Secretary of the Board of Finance. Are there any nominations from the board for Secretary of the Board of Finance?
I'll nominate Joe Smith.
I have Mr. Shell nominated Ms. Smith as the Secretary of the Board of Finance. May I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Goddage. Ms. Smith, do you consent to the nomination?
Yes, I do.
All right, Ms. Smith has been nominated for the position of Board Secretary of Finance. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? So I will move that we close nominations for the Secretary of Board of Finance. Do we have a second? Seconded by Mr. Demeyer. Any discussion? All those in favor of closing nominations for Secretary of the Board of Finance, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. That motion will pass 5-0. All those in favor of Ms. Smith being elected as Secretary of the Board of Finance, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay.
I'll abstain.
Motion will pass 4-0-1. And now we'll move to action item B, which is to approve the interest investment report for the calendar year 2025. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Finance review and approve the interest investment report for calendar year 2025 according to state statute. And according to state statute, all board members of the Board of Trustees should vote on this item. So can I please have a motion to approve the interest investment report for the calendar year 2025, please?
So moved.
I have a motion from Ms. Smith. Could I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Demeyer. Do we have any discussion? All right. All those in favor of approving the interest investment report for calendar year 2025, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, nay. Motion passes 5-0. We're going to move on to board comments. Do we have any board comments? All right. Well, for me, I just want to welcome our teaching staff back today. It's their first day back after a well-deserved winter break. Our students come back tomorrow, so I welcome them back early as well. Our next regular board meeting will be on Monday, January 26th, right here in the boardroom at 6 p.m. Is there any further business from the board? If there is no further business, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.